On Thursday of this week, Donald Trump's lawyers were in court trying to beg New York State Supreme Court Justice Arthur Engoron to not grant a motion from New York Attorney General Letitia James to appoint a court-ordered monitor to keep an eye on Donald Trump's financial transactions until after the fraud trial is finished. Now, during this argument, there was an argument because the judge got so annoyed with Donald Trump's lawyer that he had to scold him when the lawyer tried to question the meaning of a very common word. The word, of course, was objectively. And in the filing, Letitia James, when asking for the court-appointed monitor, said that, it is objectively clear that Donald Trump committed fraud. So Trump's lawyer on Thursday comes in and says, objectively according to whom? Trump lawyer Christopher Kise asked. To which the judge had to jump in and say, objectively doesn't mean according to anybody. Objectively means objectively. For those who are not familiar, objectively means like succinctly, actually, factually. Like, he did this. It's objectively, not subjectively. Now, if it were subjectively, then Mr. Kise would have a point, like subjectively according to whom? But you can't argue that same point with objectively. And I know it's just a silly little grammatical thing, but the judge was getting pissed, and this was the final straw. It's like, objectively according to whom? It means objectively, you dipshit. What do you want me to say here? Now get on with your argument, you moron. Here's the fun part. Also this week, Donald Trump filed a lawsuit against New York Attorney General Letitia James for seeking the court-appointed monitor. And she has good reason, by the way, for wanting this monitor to look at all the financial transactions of the Trump organization, the information they're sending to banks, to sending it to lenders, to investors. But most importantly, because Donald Trump recently set up a new trust, a new company that investigators are calling Trump Organization 2. And what Letitia James is worried about is that he is going to take all the money from Trump Organization 1, the organization accused of tax fraud, and he's just going to move it over to Trump Organization number 2. So Trump sued her saying, you can't ask for a monitor, which she can, because I set this group up in Florida and you're only in New York, so ha ha ha, checkmate. And that's not how it works because your money is also in New York. So she does have jurisdiction over where that money in her state goes. So yeah, the monitor should be there. You've been accused of pretty significant fraud against both the banks and the U.S. government. I don't think it's out of the realm of rationality for a financial monitor to be looking at your transactions only for the duration of the trial. Like, this isn't a thing that's going to last forever. They're just like, hey, we got a couple weeks of a trial here. Could we just get a monitor to make sure he's not doing anything fishy? I see no problem with that. And I'm willing to bet those courts, especially after their performance this past week, are going to agree with me on that. Thanks for watching. And if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our Ring of Fire channel here.